Hello everyone, welcome back to AutoTrend TV. I'm you Viprajesh again from Tafi Access Limited Tata Car Showroom today, and I'm going to drive the new BS6 compliant Tata Nexon Diesel XZ Plus optional top spec variant. Now before we get to the drive, let me just take you through the exterior and interior details of the Nexon BS6 really quickly. Now as you can see guys, this here is the top spec XZ Plus optional variant with the dual tone roof color. And the BS6 Nexon looks properly imposing and menacing and kind of like a mini Land Rover. My apologies for this car not being very clean, as the monsoon is already very strong and the roads are getting worse every day. Talking about features, projector headlamps with LED DRLs are standard across all the variants, including the entry-level XE variant. However, the LEDs are multifunctional only from the XZ variant onwards. Similarly, you get front cornering fog lamps as standard from the XZ variant, along with the contrasting color accents on the front bumper. A dual tone roof color option is available from the XZ Plus variant itself. However, while all the colors receive a white contrast roof option, the white color Nexon receives a grey roof color. As you already know, an electric sunroof is available only on the top spec XZ Plus S and the XZ Plus optional variants. However, these 16-inch dual tone alloy wheels are standard from the XZ Plus variant itself. Along with projector headlamps, LED integrated tail lamps are also standard from the entry-level XE variant itself. While reverse parking sensors are standard across all variants, a rear windshield wiper, washer and defogger is available from the XZ Plus variant only, whereas a reverse parking camera is standard from the XZ variant itself. So that was all about the exterior looks of the new BS6 compliant Tata Nexon top spec XZ Plus optional variant. Now let's take a quick peek inside. The Tata Nexon has always been a very comfortable car to be in. Apart from carrying forward the exact same comfort and space, this BS6 updates also bring a whole host of features into the Tata Nexon's cabin. The center of the stage, of course, is the 7-inch Connect Next touchscreen system with 8 Harman speakers, which sound absolutely fantastic. This touchscreen system is also integrated to the automatic climate control console, so that you can even use voice commands to control the air conditioning. The Nexon also offers an exclusive feature called the Express Cool function on the top spec XZ Plus S and the XZ Plus optional variants, which helps in rapidly cooling the cabin by rolling down the driver window and setting the air conditioning for maximum blast. The top spec XZ Plus S and the XZ Plus optional variants also get an electric sunroof, which is decent in size but still works very fine. Along with that, the top spec variants also receive a leather wrap steering wheel with cruise control functions, automatic headlamps, automatic wipers, leather wrap gear knob, and a tire pressure monitoring system on the instrument cluster itself. Just like before, all the variants of the Tata Nexon get 3 multiple drive modes as standard, namely the Economy, City and Sport. However, this center console tambo door mechanism storage is available only from the XZ Plus variant onwards. The overall quality of the materials and even the fabrics have improved by a vast margin. And the cabin, of course, is very practical in providing a whole lot of storage spaces, including umbrella holders in the front door, along with 1-liter bottle holders on every door. Time to get to the back seat. The Tata Nexon's back seats have always been the benchmark in terms of space and comfort in this compact SUV category. These seats provide exceptional cushioning and great under-thigh support, while a rear center armrest along with rear seat headrests are available as standard from the XZ Plus variant onwards. However, ISOFIX child seat mounts are standard from the entry-level XE variant itself. You also get rear AC vents from the XZ variant, which really makes the back seat experience in the Tata Nexon best in segment. In terms of storage options as well, you get 1-liter bottle holders on the rear doors, while also providing this beautiful quality fabrics on the door pads. Now let's close the doors and check out the overall boot space. Opening the boot of the new BS6 Nexon, you get to see the very same 350-liter boot capacity, which is the segment standard today, and you get 60-40 split folding rear seats only from the XZ Plus variant onwards. However, the overall shape is really very good and usable. Under the boot floor, you get to see a full-size 16-inch steel spare wheel along with the jack and other toolkit. However, the tire is 195 section in size. And in terms of other practical bits, you also get couple hooks on either side for your shopping bags, which are limited to 3 kilos of maximum weight. And you also get a boot lamp on the left side. So that was all about the boot space of the Nexon. Now let's get on with the driving. Yes folks, right now I am inside the new BS6 compliant Tata Nexon Diesel XZ Plus optional top spec variant, and I'm going to start the car to judge the NVH, and here we go. I have turned off the air conditioning That was low fuel warning, by the way, but still it is okay. And the NVH at first is okay. There is a bit of diesel rumble. Of course, this is a 1.5 liter 4-cylinder turbo diesel, so being a diesel engine, you typically get that rumbling. But once you start the aircon, you will barely notice anything, and on the go there is nothing at all. So let's just start driving this car now. The initial clutch response, the engine throttle response, is that it is good. That is loads of torque, and it responds immediately. There is a bit of turbo lag, of course. There is a wee bit of turbo lag under 1500 rpm, but it is completely okay. And if you start revving hard, the engine responds very well. By the way, there is a bit of diesel noise, the typical engine rumble, if you go beyond 2000 rpm, but still it's okay. If you turn on the Harman audio system, you will notice nothing. And now I'm driving in city mode, so the overall throttle response, the engine response, is good, adequate for city usage. There is a bit of noticeable turbo lag though, but it's totally fine, no worry at all. However, you also get economy mode and sports mode, just like the petrol variants. So let me just try sorting it into economy mode.
Economy drive mode activated.
So this is economy mode, and immediately you will notice the lesser power. There is way lesser power on offer, and way lesser torque as well. So this is good enough for ambling around relaxed in the city or on free highway roads, that's all. But if you want to overtake, you better shift to either city mode or the sports mode, which I'll be doing right now really very soon. And of course, coming to the dynamics, everything is exactly similar to the petrol, except for the fact that this car is a bit heavy than the petrol, but still it's completely okay. It is exceptionally stable, and the suspension is also very, very compliant. Of course, it may seem a bit stiffer at lower speeds, but it is completely fine. That is for better highway stability, as I'll just demonstrate to you. Now I'm
Sport drive mode activated.
As you can see, the sports mode is way more responsive. There is even lesser turbo lag than before, and the engine becomes like completely sharp and very, very exciting to drive. And within no time, I am doing 80. The gearbox is reasonably slick. I mean, it is not the slickest. It is also very long in terms of throws. It's not the most slickest, but it's completely fine. I mean, you can really enjoy driving this car on long highway cruises, and even on certain curvy roads such as ghats or something. But it's really good in terms of overall dynamics and driving. That is a given for sure. So as you can see, I am driving on the flyover right now. I am doing around 63 in sports mode, and even on the flyover, if I just shift to economy mode, there is not much of a power difference, because this car is good enough in terms of overall torque. And this car also has got hill hold, electronic stability program, traction control, and all the safety stuff as standard from the entry level variant itself. So now let me just make a U-turn, and I'll show you how this car feels to drive on other modes on this free stretch. Maneuvering this car is pretty easy because the steering is very, very light at lower speeds. As you can see, it's just so easy, and the turning radius also is around 5.1 meter. So that is also very good. And now, as you can see, I'm doing really good speed in sports mode. The car responds amazingly, and even if I shift to economy mode suddenly,
Economy drive mode activated.
it gets a bit dull. The dullness is clearly noticeable, but it's not to worry. I mean, you can keep up the pace. But you will not get the immediate acceleration response from the throttle. And
City drive mode activated.
city mode is somewhere between those two modes, so you can just happily maintain your pace, day-to-day pace. This is best for daily driving, the city mode. But if you are in the mood for some speed and acceleration,
Sport drive mode activated. activated.
This is the mode to be in. The handling is also beautiful. Suspension is exceptionally stable. And it is very, very strong. It just pulls hard. As you can see, that was the typical city environment. Cycles, bikes, two-wheelers and all those stuff. And this car can handle brilliantly. So you can thoroughly enjoy driving the Tata Nexon diesel, be it any variant, because all the variants of the Nexon gets ESP, traction control and all this stuff. And this engine pulls really hard and strong. I mean, it is easily as good as the diesel engine on the Seltos or the Creta, because both are 1.5 4-cylinder diesel engines. The only thing is that gets around 5 bhp more than this. I think that this is good enough. And of course you can easily cruise in this. Of course this car has got 6 gears, and at highway speeds, even if you are doing more than 120, and this car of course has got cruise control on the top spec variants for your convenience. Driving in the city limits, of course, you will have to slot into second gear often, and at lower speeds this car also responds really very well. However, the clutch, even though being light, it has got a dual stage kind of action, so that there is a bit of a hard spot in the middle, and the clutch is of course not as progressive as other small cars. Basically that's because this clutch is designed for light usage for its entire life. Maybe that's the reason. So apart from that, the torque, the power, the clutch, the steering wheel, the handling, the gearbox, everything is good for all sorts of conditions this car can go, and it is, simply speaking, the best all-rounder in this category in the compact SUV segment. Under the engine bay of the BS6 compliant Tata Nexon diesel is the very same 1.5 litre 4-cylinder Revotorq turbo diesel engine, which is now BS6 compliant and still performs very, very good. This engine produces 110 PS of maximum power and a maximum torque output of 260 Nm through either a 6-speed manual transmission or a 6-speed AMT gearbox. While this engine may not be as refined as a Hyundai or Kia engine, it is still very strong in terms of performance, and in terms of safety you get ESP, hill hold, traction control, electronic brake pre-fill, hydraulic brake assist and rollover mitigation as standard from the entry-level variant itself, apart from ABS and EBD. This engine is easily one among the best diesel engines in its category, and now let's conclude this review after talking about the pricing. The Tata Nexon Diesel BS6 is a strong car in its category. It has always been spacious and comfortable. It is now even better to drive. It has got full 5-star safety rating along with the new host of active safety features such as ESP and traction control, and it also has this strong performing 1.5 litre diesel engine. Of course, it may not be the smoothest in terms of NVH, but over the time this engine could get smoother, and of course the strong torque makes up for all the noise. As you can see, the price for the diesel range Nexon has also increased by a certain margin, and despite its minor flaws, the Nexon is arguably the best all-rounder in its category. So do let me know in the comment section below, what do you think about this new BS6 diesel Nexon manual variant. Meanwhile, this is Viprajesh signing off. See you on another video. Thank you for watching.